And it just got a little out of hand. And it just really hurt my feelings. I can't believe I'm telling you so online. It's been a little bit since I have made a full-length video, a talking video, but I just thought today would be the right day because it kind of started out not so great for me, and I am not one to get on and complain. I don't like that. I don't like negativity, and I always try and keep a positive outlook on things, which is probably why, well, it is why I haven't done a lot of social media posts this year. I've kind of slowed down in that. Been very busy. I just have not done a lot of posting and sharing. I needed a moment for myself. And so the year of 2024 has been kind of an emotional roller coaster for me. So just to kind of share, it started out good. I mean, I wasn't having any issues. Work was coming my way. I was feeling pretty fulfilled in the things that I was doing artistically, commissions, business. I'm always looking for creative ways to expand and learn new things. So, that was all good. I had, all sorts of ideas of, what I was planning to do. But not to get into too many of the gory details. But I had been helping somebody, or I thought helping someone, and it kind of backfired on me a little bit. If you hear anything, that's my dog Augie, who's wanting to play. He's got a toy in his mouth. Anyway, it kind of backfired on me, and there was a misunderstanding. The misunderstanding blew out of proportion, and a lot of accusations were hurled at me, unfounded, untrue, and just so everybody's aware, at the end of the story is that there was an apology. There was, everything is good, but during that time, unkind things were said, and one of the unkind things that was stated was that I'm not really an artist, that my art's not that good, and I try and sell myself as an artist, and that I just really wasn't that good, and that they were, they're not an artist, and they admitted that they weren't an artist, but they felt that they knew art well enough to tell me that I wasn't an artist, and that crushed me. And after it was stated in person, everything that I posted, she would send me messages, and it just got a little out of hand. And it just really hurt my feelings. I can't believe I'm telling this online. Anyway, so I kind of slowed down in my posting anything because I felt, I mean, I don't think I'm the kind of person that takes things really personally. But I think if you insult my family, my husband, my friends, and my art, it just hurt. So I stepped back and stopped. I mean, this is ugly tears, okay? I gotta get to something better. But I stepped back and just decided that, you know what, I'm doing fine. You know, I knew it was coming from an irrational place. And like I said, the apologies have been made, and anyway, so that's why I kind of quit posting a lot. And then we've had a lot going on in our lives. As most people do, we made some life-altering decisions. As you might notice, we're living in an RV, just temporarily. We chose this, so don't worry. We sold our house because we wanted to explore some other options. And I am very happy in this environment, and I set up my art studio and inside of here, and it's really kind of cool. And another thing, if you don't know this about me, is I love organization and you know, finding the niches and nuances and things that, you know, it's like, oh, I can put this here. So I love organizing things, and I'm not a neat freak, and yeah, but I do love efficiency. And so I've got this space set up. Everything in here has a place, and I still have room. And anyway, it's a temporary thing. So, you know, I'll share that kind of stuff later. But that's my personal life. You know, it's not having to do with my art. But we're fine. You know, Joe has his guitar over there. We're, you know, we're happy. Getting back to the whole social media thing, is that I stepped back from it. Well, stepping back from social media also slowed things down a bit this year, which was okay. I needed to slow down a little bit. You know, just to kind of take things, like I said, it was a lot for me to do, the breathing. And we had to move, or not had to move, but we chose to move, and we've kind of been on the go a lot. And, you know, and my husband and I have been exploring some other ventures, and ventures, I don't know if that's the right word. We're always, we're kind of an explorative couple. We're both creatives. That word's kind of weird to me now, but anyway, we both have creative personalities, that's what I should say. And so we, you know, we're constantly reinventing ourselves. Anyway, you know, and it's life. Life kind of happens, and life is more important than work, right? And even though my art is part of my personality and my inner being, it's also my financial, it's how I buy food. It's how we survive. So, anyway, now I'm gonna fast forward you to this morning. I've been thinking a lot about other things that, I can do. A few years ago, I got so bombarded with pet portraits that I just became known as that. My husband kind of, he was like, I hate that you're pigeonholed into that because you can do so much more, and I appreciate that. So I am always looking for other things. I do, I'm also a seamstress. I don't know if anybody knew that. I don't think I've ever told that, but I think it kind of goes hand in hand, the whole creative part of the personality. I've been sewing since I was a little child, and I used to teach classes and managed a fabric store for several years, and anyway, did lots of things like that. But this year I also started doing a lot more paint parties and just exploring some other things, other options besides just doing commissions. I have always enjoyed commissions because if you follow me, you've seen lots of happy videos, or I should say crying videos, and not me crying, they're crying because they're happy. It's just very fulfilling. It's just, I love it. A lot of artists hate doing commissions, but I have always loved doing commissions. But here's the downfall. You have to find the clients, and fortunately most of them find me, and so I've had a steady work for several years, and I ship all over the world now. I have paintings going all over the world. I have never had anyone tell me that I didn't get it right. And this morning I did. I painted a dog. I delivered it last week, and she seemed happy. Yeah. I painted it from some unclear photos because the dog had passed, and she seemed happy. I got her on film. I haven't posted it or edited it. I got a lot of those kind of videos. I just haven't done it yet. Again, like I said, I've stepped back from doing a lot of stuff, but I still recorded the moments and have pictures. I just haven't posted them. This morning she let me know that it doesn't look like her dog. Now, in defense, the reference photos were really grainy, really hard to see. So when I have reference photos like that, which I'm not using that as an excuse because a majority of the ones I paint are like that. So, but what I do is I photo edit, and I try and pull all the details out. I mean, I get it, I big screen it, I get as close as possible to trying to find all those minuscule details. And the photos were exceptionally grainy. And so whenever I can't see everything and I can't clear it up, I fill in those gaps with my own artistic eye. I've been painting these animals for years. I know what that kind of dog, that breed looks like. And I feel like if I can capture the eye of that individual dog and the spots and birthmarks and markings and things like that. Augie's over there crying at the window. He had to go outside right now. That usually, always, I have been successful. And this morning she let me know that it really didn't look like her dog to her. And it broke my heart. Because I've been seriously contemplating backing down from doing so many commissions anyway, because they're very stressful. You know, they're rewarding, but the stress that goes along with them is compounded by you don't know what the client's going to take. Even though I've never had that problem, it's always in the back of my mind. I hope this dog looks like this dog. I hope this dog looks like this dog. Especially when the photos are not clear, because the painting is only going to be as good as the photos are. Anyway, so I got to make it right. So I've asked her for more clear photos. And that has brought me to this. I was told at the beginning of the year, I'm not a good artist. I failed in a portrait. Those kind of things I wouldn't think would get me down, but they are. So, should I venture into something else? There are things that I have put my toe in to test the waters before. And I'm not talking about not artistically, still artistically and still painting and still exploring, but getting out of those realistic portraits and detailed commissions. Should I put those behind me? Maybe doing them very occasionally, and then step forward with some of my other explorations. I have some ideas for 2025. I'm thinking of teaching classes. I am getting more involved with, this may sound crazy, but beekeeping. So, for those of you who know, I paint beehives, very ornate beehives for other beekeepers. So I'm actually going to be taking a class and doing more with beekeeping and pollinators, which you may also know I love butterflies. It's one of my favorite things to paint are butterflies. I haven't done that much recently. You know, I've been doing so many pet portraits for people. I just have not done things that I want to do. But I also need to make a income from it. So I want to do more of my butterfly earwings that I hand paint to bees. You know, I actually enjoy leather making, woodworking. You know, my mind goes to so many different places. Anyway, I want your opinion. What would you do? What would you do? I need some input. And, you know, I don't even know if you'll get to see this video because I've posted so little socially that I don't think my algorithm is up, so you may not even view this video. But I really would like your input. I need to concentrate on something, and I think just doing the pet portraits, and I also do murals. I love doing murals. Again, that's a commission. So I'm looking for things that I can do, or I'm thinking, things that I can do that are not commissions, but that will actually, you know, be creative and supply me with an income. And so for those of you who are business-minded people, you don't necessarily have to be an artist, but, you know, let me know if you have any input on that. It would be really nice. Because here's the other thing. I'm not young anymore. I'm not starting out as an artist, which is a good thing because I have established a reputation. And you know, this is what I dreamed of being as a little girl. This is who I knew myself to be. And you know, my husband and I, we do things together. We run a business together. We're exploring other things for us to do even as a couple. So, you know, let me know. Give me your input. I greatly appreciate it. I also want to say thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you to all those who not just follow me on here, but all of you who have commissioned me through the years and that do appreciate my artwork and have told me and, you know, have referred me and, you know, give me good reviews and all of that stuff. I am so thankful for you. I have made wonderful friends, people I actually haven't even met in person, but you know, I've communicated online and they're near and dear to me. You people know who you are. You're awesome, and I really, really appreciate you. So, I'll share one painting with you. Totally different style. I was able to paint this one for myself, even though it's going to someone. As you may know, I paint for the Charleston Animal Society, and I'm not saying I'm going to stop painting animals. Don't get me wrong. I just want to step back a little bit from commissions of specific animals. Anyway, as many of you know, I paint for the Charleston Animal Society every year for their gala that they have. It's a formal event with an auction that they do in October, and I do live painting and then they auction off the painting. Well, this year was 150 years for the Charleston Animal Society, and so, you know, they contacted me earlier in the year and asked me if I would do it again. You know, they always ask me every year. That's a wonderful privilege, and I get to dress up and, you know, all that stuff and meet some awesome people. Anyhow, this year I suggested that since it was 150 years, instead of just painting one animal for it to be auctioned off, I said, can I paint a variety? Maybe those that had special stories over the years. So we decided to go with 5. I did a 20 by 20. We decided to go with 5. And I was live painting it there. It's a horse, a bunny rabbit, a pig, a cat, and a dog. And all 5 of those have their specific animals. They have special stories, but I could paint it however I wanted. And the painting was auctioned off, but of course, because it was in oil, it takes some time, and I just finished it. It's still drying, and I'm going to show it to you. So this is the first unveiling. It's going to be delivered next week. It's just been drying for so long. Anyways, totally different from any other paintings that I have ever done. You see the whole thing. I did it in a very painterly style instead of the tight detail that I usually do. I did this very loose, and I so enjoyed it. It was just so much fun. I mean, I used a lot of blue in my painting, and I just really enjoyed it. So, get this out of the way. So I'd like to do a few more, something similar to that. So if you like that, let me know. If you think that's a style that I should kind of adventure into. My husband loved it. He was like, that's one of his favorites now. So anyway, so we'll see. Anyhow, I will let you go. I know I say that word anyhow. Anyway, that should be my middle name. Anyhow or anyway. Anyway, I'm not crying anymore. I'm happy. And so is Augie. Come here, Augie. And this is my Augie boy. This is my joy. He is my boy. Oh, yes. Okay. Have a great day.